Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello and welcome to today's solo episode. The topic is a really juicy one. I'm going to share on the costly mistakes that I made when I first started my coaching and education business. And I'm teaching on these mistakes today because I want to help you to make more money in less time. I want to help you to have the kind of business that you don't feel like you're making a bunch of mistakes. So the cool thing about me being a visionary leader and a transformational business coach is that I have made these mistakes for you. So you're here, you're a smart cookie, you want this life of abundance, and you get to have it in less time. You get to have it in feel-good ways. And the 4 mistakes that I'm going to share today, know that I have made all 4 of them. And I also saw these mistakes being made in a pattern. I saw many folks coming to me that had made these mistakes or were about to make these mistakes, but luckily we caught them before they did waste time, money, and energy. So if you've already made these mistakes, know that it's not too late to course correct and to come back on the path of visionary leadership and to bring yourself to 10K months, 20K months, and beyond in less time with energy that is aligned to who you are, aligned with your purpose and your mission. I know you want to make more money because you do not want to work another soul-crushing job that isn't aligned with your creative mission here on planet Earth. So you're in the total right space, and I can't wait to share with you my own mistakes, and hopefully it helps you to save some time, energy, and money. And I am so happy you're here. Let's get into it. So the first mistake that I see spiritual entrepreneurs make is filming content for an offer before validating this offer with market research. So let me know if this is you, because I've been talking to a lot of people lately who they really want to be abundant from their gifts and share their gifts freely, but they're positioning themselves as a course creator. And they're creating a bunch of content, which is fine. I have pre-recorded videos for my offers, and I did all of that really intentionally, and I built it out over time, knowing exactly what my dream clients needed from me in order to make their experience in my offers more tangible, more robust, more grounded. So I didn't film a bunch of videos and try to market that afterwards, because that is backwards. What we want to do to make sure that our offer sells is to do some market research before, so that we develop the message, the packaging of our offer in a way that is both aligned with our purpose and our mission here, but also speaks to the people that we are most meant to serve. Because having an offer that doesn't sell is truly discouraging. having an offer, putting all this time and energy, maybe months. Some people have built their offer for a year and then they go to put it out and they hear crickets and then they give up because it is discouraging. Now, it's discouraging, especially if you haven't heard this mistake before. And it's okay if you've made this mistake, it's not too late. But I'll tell you a little story about a really great friend of mine who has a lot of gifts, is a visionary leader. He's a retreat facilitator, yoga teacher, has so many skills in transformation. And he spent, I don't know how much money, really well producing a course on meditation. And it's not that people didn't want this offer or they didn't want this course, but because he had spent so much time and energy and money in filming, by the time he went to sell it, he was already burnt out. And selling the offer is the most important part, because getting your offer into the hands of people who it's most meant to serve is what actually brings change into the world, is what actually brings change into your dream client's life. It's what actually brings the transformation into being for your people, but also for your business as well. It's no use in having a business with offers that don't sell. This is why I became a business coach and really honed in on the art of marketing and selling for heart-centered, soul-led folks, because it was discouraging having offers that didn't sell, because then your gifts they stay stuck in the online learning portals that you create. They stay stuck in these video modules. If people aren't going through them, then it is discouraging. So I want to save you time and energy and money with this tip and help you to see what you can do instead. So in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, I show all of my clients exactly how to do proper market research. And what's really amazing with market research and having connection calls with folks is that those people that you connect with early on in building out your offer and developing, creating your really amazing offer, those are the folks that will most likely buy your offer when its doors are open and you're ready to sell, or they will have people that they know that they can send to you. So the mistake is that when you're building an offer and filming it in secret without having the proper skills of bringing it forward and into the hands of the people that you're here to serve, then this is just it. It's just backwards. And I want you to feel really filled up by your business, not like, oh, this is hard. Because you get better at marketing and selling your offer the more that you do it. So you want to start off marketing and selling and learning those skills simultaneously as you build your offer and create it. So it's not too late. If you've already filmed courses, I also help people to start this process now so that the things that they filmed don't go to waste. So that was another thing that happened to my friend, was now he has this beautifully produced offer and just got way too discouraged with the selling part of it. And so, it's just the whole thing's just buried in dust. And we don't want that for your beautiful offers. Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create. So another mistake that spiritual entrepreneurs make when creating and selling their offers is cramming their offer full of things to make it worth it, to make it worth it in the eyes of their potential clients. So really what this comes from is a need to justify the price that you would like to charge. And it doesn't matter what this price is. I know people who are set on having a $500 course, and I work mostly with people who want to start moving into a high value offer, a higher ticket, offers that cost more than $1,000 into the $10,000, even $20,000 range. This is totally possible for you. I know that we might need to do a little bit of work on your self-concept so that you see yourself as somebody who sells offers over and well over $1,000. And this is not justified by how much you put in it. So people I work with, they think, oh, well, if I want to have an offer that's $2,000, $6,000, $10,000, then I must have all this pre-recorded content, or I must have full manual worksheets. They must be getting certified in something. And this is just not the case. People pay for a transformation. So you are the perfect person to guide someone through a transformation. People are paying for your presence, for your feedback, for your wisdom, for your tools in one sense, but for the way that you've intentionally designed your offer with the tools that you carry from your own transformations. But you've intentionally designed a process where your people feel safe to go step by step with you. So you, through the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, if you choose to work with me, learn how to create a signature process for your people and speak about it in ways and speak about your offer in ways that have people feeling safe to invest thousands and thousands of dollars with you. Without that signature process and knowing it really for yourself, then people, they come into your world, they get on a call with you, and they're not quite sure what you do. They feel maybe that you're cool, or they like your energy, or they like the way you look. But in order for them to really spend thousands of dollars, they need to feel safe. And so that's the gap that I see when people start wanting to share their gifts. And so they've heard, okay, well, then I must need to create a course. And really what I know about high paying clients and folks that really want the depth of transformation that you are here on this earth to create for people and to create for humanity is they're really not searching for self-paced courses. They're really on the edge of something big, and they desire support that is profound. And luckily you are that kind of person. So it's a misalignment for you to position yourself as a low-cost course creator. And you are here for the depth of soul growth and evolution, and people can feel that from you. And where does the depth of soul growth and evolution come from? It doesn't really come from a self-paced course. I have not gotten these transformations and big expansions in my business or in my own self-development from a self-paced course. I just really haven't. And once I decided that I deserved high-level support, and I started to become the person that invests in high-level support, I also saw a whole other world of people that were available for deep depth and change. And they were no longer available to just go through some modules without getting their deep questions answered, without sharing their own personal experience and having that reflected and having a chance to use their voice in a room or with a mentor. That's what I found that my highest paying clients were deeply craving. And the clients that got the best results in my world really showed up for the depth of transformation through our relationship. So the third mistake that I see spiritual entrepreneurs make that wastes and costs time, energy, and money is creating manuals, worksheets, videos without building any visibility, presence, or building on a strategy to actually invite people into their offers. So I am a marketing professional. I have been for a long time. I was marketing for other people's businesses. I was writing content for other people's social media. And so I've always seen and known the importance of building a loyal following and an audience that comes with me on the journey. So when I first created a course, I did sell it to 9 people. But this was because I had done years of workshop facilitation, taught yoga teacher trainings, and I had built a small but loyal following. And it was those people that had been to my yoga teacher trainings, that had met me in workshops around the world, that had been to an offering that I delivered at a festival. They were the people, the first people to buy my first course. And this course did have live support. I undercharged, I overworked for it. I made the mistake of filming it before really intentionally designing based on my own values. So I made the first 2 mistakes. But the one mistake I didn't make was thinking that I could just come out with an offer without any audience. So in my signature create method, the A in create stands for attracting dream clients into your audience. So your audience will become a key feature of your conscious business. Without an audience, without a following, without people who share similar values with you, then really, who are you selling to? And knowing who those people are and leveling up, claiming who you're ready to serve is a part of my signature create methodology. We want you to be attracting people in your audience who are resonant with your values and who are ready to buy, so that when you say, hey, my doors are open, so that when you are taking payment for your offer, people aren't going, well, who are you? They already know, and they already feel a sense of trust, and they already feel like they would love to make similar transformations that you've made. So how I see this happening backwards, the mistake I see people make is they go and they create so many different little moving parts for an offer without an audience. Now, you don't have to have a big audience, but having an audience that really gets you, that shares your values, is really going to help you sell anything. So if you do decide to pivot, or you do decide to have more than one offer, it starts to become about the relationship that you've created between you and your audience that makes selling your offers fun and exciting. So a lot of people do this backwards also, where they grow their audience, but they don't have a clear idea of what they're offering. So it's not that you want to just start growing your audience before you create your offering, or create your offering before you grow your audience. What I'm suggesting is that you do both simultaneously. And this is what we do inside the 3 months in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. So we're not doing one or the other. We're not growing your audience without knowing what your offer is, because that runs the risk of having a big audience of people that are not your dream clients. And there's no point in having a big audience full of people that are not going to buy your offer if you're in business in the business of selling your beautiful offer. So we get to do both. And say you have an offer that is highly sought after and highly valuable, then you don't need a big audience because you only need a few clients a month to make a much better revenue goal and meet that revenue goal consistently. This is why I teach my people to have an offer that is high value, that you can put a price tag on it that is $1,000 or more. And remembering the mistake from mistake number 2 that I just shared, that high value does not mean full of crap. High value, not that what you'd put inside is crap. And sometimes we do. Sometimes we just put in a bonus or we just add something in because we think that that's what people perceive as value. They perceive more as value. And maybe some people do, but not the clients that you want to work with, not the clients that prefer space and simplicity, not the clients who really want your guidance and your wisdom. The folks who just are looking for more or cheap or like trying to get as much as they can, bang for their buck, those really aren't high paying clients. And we want to just learn to not speak to those kind of people anymore. I really have come from the idea of if I'm too much, people are welcome to go find less. And I come from that idea because I was that person that was going for cheap for too long. And that's why it took me a long time to gain the success that I've had. So for you, it may look like I've gained rapid success because it's really been 3 years since I've had this iteration of my business of coaching and presenting online offers that are super transformational and profitable for my business. But I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years. I've been working solely for myself, even though I was marketing for other people. That was my own business. I was putting myself out there as somebody who could write content and market for other people, as well as selling jewelry, selling clothes, selling my songs. I was just doing everything to try to make money. And that's why I was this kind of person that was like, more, more, more. If I just sell more little pieces of jewelry, and then I would look like I would try to crunch my numbers at the end of the month. And I'd be like, oh my God, that was so much work for $1,000. And I was living under the poverty line. Obviously, that's way under the poverty line. I was living in a van, but I realized I had this lightning bolt strike of like, oh, you're living in a van and you're like dumpster diving and you're doing all these things because you don't feel like you are worthy of the life that you see other people creating for themselves. That's for them. That's for white people. That's for people with intact families. That's for people who grew up with families who had generational wealth. Like I didn't have the self-concept that an abundant life, living my gifts, sharing freely, or having a high value offer was for me because I like crystals. So it was just a block that I carried with me until I decided to no longer believe that. And I started to believe that I was enough, that my presence was enough. And I started to emerge into this world, like a butterfly out of the cocoon, into this world where lots of people were paying thousands and thousands of dollars to be guided by all sorts of leaders in transformation. And I was already that leader in transformation. I just wasn't owning it. So I want to tell that story. I want to tell that story to you because I feel you. I feel like your gifts are taking a back seat to the technology you think you need to have or the amount of videos you think you need to have. And I know people that wait so long until they have a year's worth of content to start offering their content, and then they've already outgrown the content they created. Now I have pre-recorded modules in my offer, and I like, as I learn something new or about myself or gain a new aha moment and I want to share it with my paying clients, it's like I am filling this amazing offer with beautiful, really potent, short, crisp content. And that's why I have pre-recorded modules. Not because I felt like that was the way to make a lot of money. And it's a misalignment. So you are a high value guide already, even if you don't see it. You have skills in transformation. You have skills in leadership. You are able to teach and command a crowd, even if you feel like you could be better. Amazing. We all get better the more that we hold space. We become better and better space holders. We become more intuitive to see what our clients need. We get the downloads for our clients the more space that we give ourselves. And so when I was selling one-off sessions and hosting all of these workshops, I didn't have the space to be with myself to receive downloads. Now I have so much space and I work with a handful of clients a month. When I receive a download about them, I can really feel into their energy, and I may actually say that to them. I may reach out and say, hey, I've been feeling you. You've been coming up in my meditation, and here's the wisdom that I have to pass on specifically for you, because I know them, because we've built the depth of relationship that just wasn't possible when I was delivering these courses that I was trying to fill with just anybody just to make money. So that's where I want you to expand into. When you focus on your space and your time and nourishing yourself and nourishing the business rituals that actually make you money and actually bring you joy in your business, then this creates more business. It creates more money because people actually feel your desire to really serve them at the highest level possible. And this is what positions you as a well-paid guide, because people will actually want to pay thousands of dollars to co-create with you. So the fourth mistake that I see spiritual entrepreneurs make is trying to see what they can get done on their own. Now, you may consider yourself a spiritual warrior. I did. I was a solo traveler. I sat with all sorts of plant teachers. I was brave enough to face my shadows and to just blow my consciousness wide open time and time again. And this attitude came from a need to be hyper independent because I knew no other way. This didn't come from the healthiest of places. And it took me a while to really see this. So I was like, let me just get done what I can get done on my own, because I'm brilliant and I can do a lot on my own. I do have skills in design and speaking and sharing and transformation and all sorts of talents, right? But when we become the master of everything, when we want to just do it all, then we lose a little bit. And this is a Gemini attitude, and I have some things happening in Gemini for me, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with being able to do a whole bunch. But when I started to hone in on my skills of transformation, my skills to actually guide people and drop back into what I'm here to do, it wasn't to be behind the scenes with all the tech, uploading and downloading things. So getting that support really had helped me, but it also, I wasn't able to see my own blind spots because I was so in the process and so close to my work. And getting and hiring some low-cost courses to kind of try to get the how-tos, that type of offer didn't mirror me back my blind spots. Knowing a bunch of how-tos is never going to mirror your blind spots to you. And I used to teach solely on the how-tos. I love the how-tos. I really do teach step by step how to do something, how to share a message, how to have a confident video presence, how to create an offer that actually serves your people and has them getting really great results. There's a lot of how-tos in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. And my skills lie in my intuition, my feminine gifts of intuition, of presence, of being able to see a person and empathy. Those were gifts that were taking a back seat to all of the how-to and the information that I was receiving when I was just investing in low-cost courses. So I started to invest in high-level mentorship, and I couldn't go back. I couldn't teach courses anymore because my values expanded. And I no longer valued working so incredibly hard that showed that I was finally worth the money. And we do that, and it's subconscious. It's collective. It's societal. It's an imprint that we've received. So it's truly not your fault if you're in this mentality of, let's see how much I can get done on my own. This is simply prolonging your inevitable success, because if you keep going as an entrepreneur, I did this for 10 years before I finally found a way that was really aligned with what I do now and aligned with soul-led leadership. Before that, I was like scratching at whatever I could get, whatever I could put out to try to make money, to try to just make money. And it was misaligned. So you value your time and energy over money. You already do. And you value your gift of intuition, and you value your practices, and you value your morning routine and the time with yourself and your own self-development and growth. And when I started to work with a handful of clients and have support at higher levels where I was nourishing myself so that I was a clear and clean channel for you all, for my audience, as well as my paying clients, for my paying clients, really, as well as my audience. This really changed the game. This changed the game for me because I also have so much time, energy, and money to be able to continue my growth. For example, tomorrow I'm heading into a sacred space holding training, which is going to benefit me. I'm there to receive, but I know that it's going to infuse into the space I create in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, but also adding in what I've learned to be able to help my people create even more transformational spaces. What really goes in to transformational spaces? Now, I know that belief is a big part of that. So having my beliefs checked by a high level guide really helps when I am limiting my belief in myself or my belief in my offerings or my belief in my potential clients. Those are sneaky beliefs that had I not received the mirrorings that I would still hold. And those infuse into the containers we create. So I am here to mirror back to you your own power, but to help you to see where you're limiting yourself, where you're limiting the potential of your offering, and where you're limiting the potential of your potential clients. When they feel like your belief in them is holding them, they naturally feel that. They come to your enrollment calls or your sales conversations going like, I can't put my finger on it, but I know that this is the offer for me. And this comes from your belief alone. So when you are trying to do this on your own with the belief that I can do this on my own, then you attract people who are like, I'll just do it on my own. And you see that this is how the world works. So you get to become someone who knows that they deserve support. And then you automatically become a magnet for folks who know that they deserve support. And then the selling and the sales conversations become easier because it's all infused with similar values of, hey, we know that we're better together in community, in relationship, in relating. Now, I don't believe that my client's success is solely dependent on me, but I do know that I am a part of the equation and that the relationship means something. And keeping myself clear and clean for the relationship to be better for the client relationship, that is a sacred relationship, is truly important to me. It's something I value now that I've experienced that. So if you've only ever experienced low-cost courses, then it would make a lot of sense that you would continue to make this mistake of positioning yourself as a low-cost course creator because you don't have another worldview. So I'm hoping that this transmission is helping you to see that there's a whole other world available for you. And yeah, you may have to work through some fears. Yeah, you may have to invest in yourself higher than you have in the past. And with that, you stepping on the edge and doing something out of your comfort zone, doing something that you've never done before, makes you a safe space for people to do that as well. So that when you say, hey, my offering is $6,000, hey, my offering is $10,000, hey, my offering is $2,000, $3,000, whatever you want to price your offering, and I do that work with you inside of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I'm not going to leave you alone in that. But whatever you decide that you want to move into, your people don't come to you and go, oh, well, I'm just going to do this on my own. I can just do this on my own, because that's the energy that you're giving off. Right? So this is how it all really works. I hope that this transmission has saved you time, money, and energy to know that you are worth the support that you crave. You are worth the support that you are giving. And you're worth investing in yourself the way that you desire your people to invest in co-creating with you.